It is a necessary tonic for my troubled youth. Niles, how old were you when you wrote this?
Almost 9. When I got home, that strange incident with Dad and Mrs. Lawler got me to thinking, what was it that caused the rift between our families? So I dug out my old boyhood journal and looked up my entries from our last summer together at the lake. According to this, there was a 3-week period where Mom and Dad had screaming matches every night after we went to bed.
I don't recall that.
Oh, that's right. That was the same period where you insisted on wearing the wax earplugs and the slumber mask.
Well, I had to. Well, with you underneath the covers with a flashlight looking at the National Geographics.
I was looking at the maps.
That's what makes it so scary. Now, what was your point?
Well, according to my journal, something more provocative happened during that same period. Here, read this.
Though summer at the lake seems but a vapid, vacuous experience, it is a necessary tonic for my troubled youth. Niles, how old were you when you wrote this?
Almost 9. Which explains the redundancy of vapid and vacuous. By 10, my writing had gotten considerably tighter.
Among other things.
The point is that that same night, I crept out onto the screened porch, leaving the lights off so as not to attract bats and moths. As I peered out through the darkness, between the trees, I saw the figures of Dad and Mrs. Lawler in each other's arms. I think it's pretty clear what happened, Frasier. Dad and Mrs. Lawler had an affair.
Oh, come on, Niles. Look, I appreciate your attempt to spice up our family history, but really, we're not a Jackie Collins novel. It's ridiculous.
Is it? All right, allow me to present Exhibit B. This is a photo album Mom prepared of photos from the same period.
Ooh, I love to see old family photos. My goodness. What a handsome, sinewy young bloke.
Yeah, that was our dad.
You two take after your mother, don't you?
All right. Look at this picture. And this one here. That's Dad, but the person next to him has been cut out. And if you look at this one, you can still see the edges of a dress and a handbag and tan sandals.
Here's one whose head should have been cut out. That scrawny little chap with a fish belly complexion and rain hat.
I was under doctor's orders to stay out of direct sunlight.
But we don't know for sure that that was Mrs. Lawler. And besides, even then it wouldn't prove that Dad had an affair with her.
What are you two talking about?
Oh, Niles has this theory that Dad had an illicit affair when we were youngsters.
Your father? I can't believe that. He's not the type.
Well, that's what I think. Besides, Niles, there's not enough proof.
Well, are you saying it's not possible?
Well, anything is possible.
Then why don't you just ask him?
Right. Good evening, Father. By the way, did you boff one of the neighbors while we were roasting marshmallows?
But I don't know what to do with those tossed salads and scrambled eggs.